Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is the Woodridge Parents Podcast. Hi.
Hi.
So if you're new to the podcast, my name is Daniel Staley. It's my beautiful and lovely wife, Kelly.
Hi.
We come in here every week giving our witty banter on the parenting life and the happenings of Woodridge and Bergen County. It's, South Bergen.
And not sugarcoating anything either. Keeping it real.
I mean, realistically, we sugarcoat pretty much everything, or else we would have probably a lot of issues because we take pretty harsh stances on things, so we actually pretty much sugarcoat everything. Yeah. This isn't the podcast for that.
No, not yet.
Yeah, maybe eventually once we gain some more traction, we'll start going nuclear
off-roading it.
Some people, yeah. That sounds about right. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay. My ankle. Oh, we need to talk about my ankle. Or did we?
We did talk about your ankle, yeah. Oh. And the topic last week was judo spills or something like that.
Well, it's getting better. I'm actually going back to, I didn't take completely off last week. I did take off my morning classes because it definitely hurt more in the morning for some reasons, like throughout the day. But then I did take it easy. I did go to your dojo and usually I do a 2-hour jiu-jitsu course at his place, but it's actually my place now too. I know, right? But I only did a 1-hour one. So I did 2 hours instead of the normal 6 to 7 hours. So I kind of took it easy a little bit. Right. And it feels better. The black and blueness is almost away.
Yeah, it got pretty bad, to be honest. I wasn't going to say anything.
And he was like, well, only in your mind if you think it's bad. I'm like, no, it's pretty bad. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it got pretty black and blue. It was a little
it was huge. When I showed my parents, like, because I showed them actually, I sent them like pictures of it, and went over to their house, and I was like limping in. My dad's like, "Oh, that's bad." I was like, "Yeah, I know. Like, I'm not, I'm not weak or anything. Like, when it hurts, like it hurts. Like, I'm not like fooling around." Yeah,
it was not good.
No, but again, you're lucky I'm a very strong individual over here. So I was still doing laundry, doing everything else. So
strong and clumsy.
Well, I call it not clumsy, but versatile with everything. Where if I fall, I kind of,
I don't think that works, but
not really at all. But I just want to think of something to say. But it's getting better, which is the only thing that matters. I'm still not going to be rolling this week. I'm still going to take it easy with that, but I'm still going to be doing like all the drills and everything.
Yeah, the Jiu-Jitsu World League just happened last weekend. Yes. Shout out to some of the Subforce crew,
Brian Harvey. Yeah, Harvey.
Brian Harvey, a couple other people.
Yeah.
Not as many women in that tournament, to be honest. So it's a good thing you didn't sign up because you wouldn't have anybody in the division anyway.
It stinks, though. I mean, like, I want to compete, but I mean, like, there's really not a lot of girls really even like competing as like an overall, not only in like my division, but like overall. Well,
less girls you got to beat then. Be the champion.
You're the best. I love that song.
I know. When we went to Kelly's jiu-jitsu tournament, we had to listen to like 80s like pump up music, like Eye of the Tiger and stuff like that.
No, that one, but my favorite one was from The Karate Kid. You're the Best by Joe Esposito. I actually know all the names now. Because I have it like on like replay in my car every day.
Oh my gosh.
But then John is actually kind of like singing to it too. And Danny's starting to do his head motion to it and everything. Yeah,
that's one thing that's happening. Like the boys are starting to sing songs that I don't even know. Like Danny sings this one song that I don't even know what it is. Which is strange. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because like sometimes they'll listen to the radio and they'll like sing all the songs and especially the ones that what do we usually play on the way to judo? Limp Bizkit or whatever. And like
whenever, that's old. I mean,
I know, but like whenever there's like a curse word, they like and then or like they'll like whisper under their breath. I'm like, hey, stop it.
Yeah.
But mommy is part of the song. I'm like, I don't care. You're gonna slip in school when they don't have to deal with that. Mm-hmm. Again.
Yeah, let's hope not. He doesn't curse too much in school, has he?
No, but they curse on the Xbox.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
I didn't know that.
But like, it's not like towards anyone. They're like, oh, damn it. And, if like they do something wrong or something. Oh, which isn't that bad.
Damn it can slide, but
sometimes when they get
worse than that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean.
Well, that's why I keep yelling at Johnny because he doesn't realize like he's going in like a squad or duo with like other people.
Yeah.
And like they can hear him. I'm not as much concerned with like other people talking to him. I'm kind of like protecting the other people he's playing with so they don't have to listen to A 5-year-old like scream and yell like a effing lunatic.
I know.
Oh, I thought they were stomping their feet again. He's running upstairs or something.
Upstairs.
Yeah, the stomping of the feet while playing the video games is really getting
He just gets
perturbing.
so excited. He doesn't realize he's doing it. But I'm like, John, you have to stop.
I wish they would get that excited for other sports.
Well, we'll wait till football happens. Oh my gosh.
Let's hope so.
How are you set head coach?
Yeah. I mean, I've been talking to all the other coaches. I haven't gotten like a list of players and stuff yet. So like, I don't know how many kids we're getting and who we're having and stuff like that. So I'm pretty much just waiting to get that information.
Yeah.
And then we could really start kind of planning it out.
I'm so excited. I really am. It's going to be all day Saturday. All day. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot.
I already had
all day Saturday.
Well, 2 games.
Yeah. There's also going to be times, I'm assuming, when like the games aren't at the same place.
Probably not. I mean, probably not. But like last year, we always did see.
Not always.
Not always?
Not always.
Yeah, well, again, that's why there's 2 of
us. We played New Milford like 7 times, so it can't be.
That's true, yeah.
In football, you just play teams one time.
Mm-hmm. Are there that many? Are there that many like teams in the second grade division?
I mean, there's teams. They're in like a league, like the Meadowlands Football League.
Oh, so it's different than flag.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, that's why flag was weird because like we just played the Heights in New Milford, and then we played one other team once. I think we were supposed to play Elmwood Park, and they didn't even show up or something like that. But yeah, I mean, realistically, it should be similar to like what they're always going to play against.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is too, at least like for flag, it's usually earlier in the day. So if we have to meet you someplace, we can do that too. So I'm not really worried too much about that. You know.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, I'll bring Joy and Lou. All right, guys, come on, road trip.
I mean, if Johnny's going to miss a flag game, so be it. Because they're a little silly anyway.
Yeah, but you know he's going to be on the sidelines with you and Danny.
Of course.
You know, so.
I mean, he's going to be big enough to be on the field if we had to.
I know.
If he was a year below, I'd be pulling him up.
I know you would be.
2 years below is
that's a little much. But if he gets mad, he can. Like even next year, we have to kind of tell him not to like run people over, especially if they're going to be doing like wrestling and judo and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to move Daniel up last year anyway, and they wouldn't let me.
I know.
I guess because of the numbers, but. Depending on how many kids play for Lopena in Mites the year after this year, well, maybe we'll just bring Johnny up.
He's gonna be big enough.
He's already big.
I know he's big. I know he's gonna be the biggest one on that team this year too, by far, and like the heaviest. I mean, not heavy, but like he is.
Well, he's the heaviest.
He's a big kid.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna need linemen this year. I'm assuming. So I wish I could take him up.
I know. Well, I mean, like the first day of school is going to be him and Trevor just being like over, like all those other kids in kindergarten.
Trevor's way taller than them.
Oh no, he is, but like when they're like together, Trevor does have a good couple inches, but it's not that much more than you think because like when they're far away, they look like different. But like when they're like together,
probably still weighs 15 pounds more than Trevor, though.
Probably. Well, now they do their exercises nonstop every day.
Every day, squats,
and they call
push-ups, sit-ups,
tell you when you're at work.
They actually at judo they said something to Danny about his push-ups. They're like, "Oh, he's getting better at your push-ups." Like,
Push-ups are great.
Do them every day now.
His push-ups are amazing.
Yeah, they really are.
And you can see his little muscles like really forming now.
Well, that's one of the things with football when it comes up. Like, I'm gonna have to be cognizant of not.
Other people's abilities.
The kids as far as I push our kids.
Well, again, but you're going to be able to do that like when you're in the moment too. You're going to catch yourself.
I mean, I feel like I should push them. It's football.
I feel that no, absolutely. I mean, I feel that you should have like a set, and you're going to have a set schedule of like a routine of like practice and stuff like that. Conditioning is a big thing. They need to know how to do that.
The only kind of crux of that is if we don't have that many kids, you can't really push them as hard because if they quit, then we don't get a team.
That's true.
It was kind of a problem with that when we were at Waldwick. It's you don't have that many kids, so you can't just destroy the kids.
Yeah.
Although you should.
But again, when you're there, you'll know what to do, and everyone wants you to be coach. So that's always a good positive thing.
Hope that stays that way.
Yes. Well, Don't worry.
We'll find out.
Positive thoughts.
Yeah. So how's the kids' summer sleeping schedule going?
Our kids don't really give us a problem with going upstairs to sleep. I think it's more us like laying them,
Letting them dilly-dally for a little bit.
Yeah. And that's more on us too. I mean, like, I'm a very, very strict with their going to bed and sleeping during school time because they just need their sleep because they're up at like 6:30 in the morning, if not sooner than that, you know?
I mean, have they been sleeping in more though?
Danny has been.
When did that like change? For like, cause Johnny gets up pretty early. I feel like Danny used to get pretty early too, but.
Well, he technically does get up pretty early and then they come downstairs and they fall back asleep.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
but Danny like stays up there for a while. He's like asleep for a while.
He'll sleep. The latest he's ever slept is probably 7:30. So it's not really that late compared to other kids. But I remember like last summer, they were up at like 5.
Nice.
They were up at like 5 last year. But I don't know. I mean, as they get old, I mean, and this is the thing too. Like, they're due for another growth spurt, and when they're going, and like when they're in the process of growing, they do sleep a lot longer in the morning.
That's definitely true. They're getting longer and longer.
Yeah, they are. So I mean, they're definitely due again. You know, so and two, I mean, like the summer is different with like it's not dark outside yet.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, especially with the boys, they're like, oh, but mom, it's still light outside. I go, I don't care. I don't care if we're living in Alaska being light outside. You were going upstairs to sleep.
Yeah, for real.
But they don't give us a problem because they like their little alone time upstairs too. Like Danny's one have his tablet upstairs for a little bit. He was asleep by.
Yeah, that changed pretty quickly because they used to want to be together constantly, and then now they get their like a little alone time.
But like, they still kind of go back and forth when they're upstairs together.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I told them it's okay because as long as they're just kind of like relaxing or whatever, not running around crazy like nut jobs. Like if they want to hang out for a little bit, they can hang out for a little bit. It's not a big deal. Even if they fall asleep together in the same bed, sleep over, you know, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And, that actually kind of affected what we did last night, which was part of grilling season. And we made our s'mores. So I was outside grilling some burgers and chicken burgers last night.
Yummy.
Yeah, we've been grilling a lot lately, especially with the heat that has been coming around. There was honestly the past couple of days has been gorgeous compared to how it was the other day. So we've definitely been grilling some burgers and dogs and stuff like that. I got to start doing some more stuff, maybe some steaks and.
Yeah, steaks. Well, you have to pick out the steaks because I am not good at picking out steaks.
I know. We've been eating London broil though, and it's so good in the broiler.
I know
on the oven inside.
It's expensive.
But then again, even with that, like today we're cooking the whole chicken.
I'm so excited.
We have to really cook things. And again, it's nicer out today, but like when it's really hot, you can't really use the
No,
oven.
I know. I'm really excited about making my chicken today.
I know.
It's the first time I've actually like done it. And again, I put like a lot of time into this. You saw me put a lot of time into this.
I know.
But like,
I feel like I haven't eaten like from a whole chicken in years and years and years.
Well, my mom used to do this every Sunday. So I actually talked to her before I put it in. I was like, all right, mom,
Should
doing
you make
this.
the Sunday gravy? Which is actually just tomato sauce and not actually gravy in any sort of way?
No, she didn't make that gravy or anything. She used the drippings. We're going to have that today, too.
That's real gravy.
Well, yeah, but that's what she always used. Like,
right.
Listen, let's not get into that conversation.
Not tomato sauce?
Here we go.
It's not gravy. Tomato sauce is not gravy. Maybe if you're cooking meat in the tomato sauce,
that's what
you have a bit of an argument. But it's still not gravy.
That's what we always did. We always used to put like the bones in there and then the meatballs and everything in there. In a big pot she used to have. I remember this big pot.
Not gravy.
Here we go. From a non-Italian.
Well, yeah, you can't just take words and then say, "Oh, I'm Italian, so this English word means something else." Now.
Okay, listen.
It's not every.
That was not part of the discussion today.
Well, this is where the discussions end up going.
But anyhow, I am very, very excited about my chicken today, and I hope it comes out really yummy.
I'm sure it will.
And it actually has that popper too, like when it pops out. which is cool. My mom was like, Cal, is it the one with the popper? I'm like, Mom, I don't know. I didn't open it up yet. I'm like, I don't know yet. Sorry. It doesn't say there.
Yeah. Maybe we'll start doing some of the chicken breasts on the grill.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we tend to just make shredded chicken every time.
Listen,
which is super yummy. The dishes that you made did come out good. We posted some crock pot recipes on Instagram, so you guys can go check those out. Yeah. We've been working our way through those. We had some creamy ranch.
It was good.
Shredded chicken. That was pretty yummy.
And this on Tuesday, I'm making a barbecue on.
Okay.
So, you know.
Nice.
Oh, and then I'm doing, I was telling my parents this too. Well, like my dad was saying, wow, Kelly, you're becoming quite the chef because you weren't a chef at home. I go, thanks, Dad.
Wow.
But I'm also going to be making cheeseburger quesadillas. I'm excited about that.
Nice.
I mean, and it's actually kind of easy too to make. You just make the, the chopped meat, put the shredded cheddar in there and you like mix it around, get the tortillas, and then now, from what I read, you
now, are you going to put any seasoning in that, or are you going to
put
do
salt
the
and pepper?
White people thing of just not seasoning
actually,
it?
no, I'm going to put salt and pepper. Then that Montreal. Can I put that Montreal?
No.
Well, see, that's why we talk about this now.
No.
Don't they have like hamburger like seasoning or something?
They do, but if you're making quesadillas, why don't you just like use like the taco seasoning or something like that?
Well, because the one that I read says cheeseburger quesadillas.
Yeah.
Well, see, we can modify it.
Kelly's. See, I always used to think that was just like a trope that white people don't use seasoning, but apparently it is a thing because my beautiful wife wasn't really a big fan of the seasoning. Like I would just put salt and pepper and some like garlic and oregano, and she'd be like, oh, "Really? Oh my God, it tastes so good." I'm like, "Well, yeah, because that's what you do. You put seasoning on food."
Well, anyway, that's what we're doing. I think on either Wednesday. No, I think excuse me, on Thursday we're doing that. I don't know. I haven't listed up there.
Thursday night that we go to judo.
I have to see like what. No, I have some. Do I
have
anything
to do it on Wednesday?
I have it on Wednesday. I don't remember what I put. This one will not say it's in my ear.
No.
I don't know if I put anything on for Thursday yet.
Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday have to generally be slow cooker meals.
Yeah, I mean I have enough chicken.
Quick meals.
I have enough chicken for it, so
yeah. Although that schedule has changed, so we'll be home a little earlier.
Yeah, I mean, I still want to do my second class, so we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes. Well, maybe we'll just have them push the schedule up.
Well, that's your department.
I mean, listen, if no one's going to the women's class, what does it matter?
Listen, that's your department, but wasn't Ray's class always at 6:30?
I feel like no.
I don't know.
I feel like it was at 6. I don't know. So
you have to talk to your boy over there?
Yeah, I'll have to ask him. I was with him today doing a little no-gi. I got my new jiu-jitsu tights that I wore today with little shorty shorts over them.
Yeah.
It was honestly great. I like it. I didn't scuff up my knees as much as I tend to. And,
yeah, I have to get more. I have to get that too. I have to get a nice
and I wore
outfit.
like long sleeve rash guard and then the long sleeve tights because I'm like a sweaty mess. So like I kind of felt better at least.
Yeah.
Not being a complete sweaty mess. That's why I bring the towel though.
Yeah.
It's also my long, beautiful flowing locks that tend to get all sweaty
soaky and wet and
drip all over people.
Yeah.
Well,
I have to get a nice little outfit for that. For like my no-gi.
Yeah, I gotta maybe make some of those rash guards just for the family and then see if anybody else wants them.
Yes, I really want that one that you showed me. It was really pretty.
Yeah, we we do have some things for Kamal and Cruz, but they sell basically the same 2 shirts over and over again.
I want my name on the back. I want my name on the back.
Kells or Staley?
Staley. Never had Billis on the back, but I want Staley.
Do you want Billis Staley?
No. Staley's
that's
fine.
a lot.
I'm a Staley now. Well, I'm always a Billis, but I am a Staley now. Yeah.
All right, Staley. Also last night, which I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to do because of the heat, although it turned out to be okay because it was breezy and only in the low 80s instead of like 95. Kelly and her parents promised the boys we were going to make s'mores.
Well, they were asking me, and I'm like, okay.
Right, yeah. Kelly's big into just like getting an idea into her head and then just diving right into it without thinking of the details.
Yeah, we had a discussion on this yesterday.
Sitting next to a fire in the middle of the summer.
It was fine.
Oh, yeah, because you guys were kind of like away from it. I was the one that had to put it together. And then,
well, you're the man.
I know. And I still, as of this morning, even like after I showered before, I do a before jiu-jitsu shower and then an after jiu-jitsu shower. I like, even at jiu-jitsu, I would kept catching whiffs of like the smoke.
Really? Oh.
But definitely like in the morning, like when I took a shower, I could smell smoke.
Really? Yeah.
It was like all over my clothes. But it did turn out to be pretty nice. We made some s'mores and they turned out to be pretty yummy.
The boys got a lot of desserts yesterday. They like pulled that out. They pulled that out lucky. Perfectly. They did.
Pudding, yassos.
Well, they didn't really have a lot of the pudding.
Yeah.
Enough.
The pudding was good.
Yeah. I did that with a beater.
So. You're the best beater around, Kelly.
Wow. I did that part out.
No. It's going to stay out.
But yeah, I mean, because I was like, Dan, I think we're going to do this. And he goes, but Mom, we said we're going to, I'm like, we just talked about this. Well,
yeah, that was,
as you're eating your ice cream.
You tend to like make like, oh no, they're fine. And they're like, oh, we're not making s'mores. I'm like, okay, well, here we go.
You're like, oh, okay, let's go now. I'm like, wow.
Luckily, I am quite the fire starter.
You are the fire starter.
But it worked out.
It was nice. Then they enjoyed it. And
they got disgustingly messy.
Oh my God, that's how they always get.
There's still chocolate on the back of the patio door.
I know. I have to clean that later.
Oh my God. I went out this morning. I was like, what the? Ugh.
Yeah. That's our boys.
It's a good thing we love them so much.
I know. I have to get more of those wipes.
Yeah. I mean, I have defense wipes in my bag that I
that's
still
not the
use,
same though. I mean, those.
I mean, we could use them.
Well, yeah, I know. But like, just like the other.
It's a good thing they both generally don't wear shirts, or else the shirts would have been completely ruined because they were just chocolate messes all over them.
Everywhere. But you want to know what? They enjoyed it. That's how you make summer memories.
Yeah. Speaking of chocolate messes, we did went back to the Blarney Station on Friday.
Oh, it was so yummy. Super yummy.
Big fan of Blarney Station. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
We make our little reservations. We get the same table over and over.
It's perfect.
It gets pretty busy there, to be honest.
I didn't know, honestly, this time, obviously, we need to make a reservation. But, like, the first time I didn't realize we actually could make a reservation. But my mom was like, hell, there's always, like, reserved things on the table.
Generally, even if people, like, if restaurants don't take reservations, for a 6 or more, you generally will get a reservation.
Yeah. But, I mean, because I remember, like, when we used to try to go out or whatever, like, with my parents or even us, like, at like certain times of the night, it's just impossible to get a table certain places.
Well, of course.
And I don't want to be driving around, especially when our two are in the back and they're like, I'm hungry. I'm like, all right, enough.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of driving around and waiting at a restaurant.
No, so I mean, that's like perfect for us then. If we know we're going to go there on Friday or Saturday, because normally, I mean, like during the week, I don't think it would be that like crowded or whatever. But I mean, I think I made a reservation maybe 2 days beforehand. And it worked out nice. So I know that whenever we go out now, let's go to Blarney. Yeah, it worked out good. Danny kept talking about, I hope I don't puke this time because he ate so much food he threw up the last time. I know. My dad fit into that too. Yeah. Oh, Danny, are you there? I'm like, come on, guys. Like every 5 minutes, I hope I don't puke. We're like, okay, Daniel, that's enough saying puke at the dinner table. We're done with that. But he didn't puke, although he was a public pooper. Oh my God. When you go, babe, I need the wipes. I'm like, oh my God, what did he do? No, he was fine. But I just, again, we're a big bidet family. Yeah. Shout out to Tushy Bidets. So like, if we have to like go out in public and it would have to be an I would rather just drive home than poop in public. I know you would. I'm not a public pooper by any means. Mm-hmm. And I never was. And especially now that we have the bidets. Yeah. Like if a place doesn't have a bidet, I feel disgusting. We've gone 100% into the bidet. Like, well, that's why I have to bring the portable one. I still have that one. The portable one, which is great, but like, it's crazy how long we went without it because now I would like it. It just skews me out completely. Well, isn't that an Italian thing too? Bidets? I don't know if it's Italian. I mean, bidet sounds like a French word, to be honest. Okay. Supposedly, like in Japan, like the toilets in Japan are crazy. Mm-hmm. Like I think wasn't there like a South Park episode about the Japanese toilets? Yeah. But supposedly they're like heated and they have bidets and like all different types. It's only $10,000. I know. It might be worth it to be. Oh my gosh! Although the Tushy itself was only like 100. Yeah, I think it might have even been less, but probably the best thing we've ever bought for the house was those Tushy bidets. Absolutely. Oh my gosh! Yeah, so we did that. The heat has been completely unbearable the past
past week or so. At the end of the week ended up being okay. It dropped
30
the other
degrees?
day. It was like 25 degrees in one day.
Insane.
I think from like Wednesday to Thursday.
It was like 101, 102, and then went down to like 70 or something, right?
Yeah, because Tuesday night was really, really hot in the dojo.
Yeah,
that
it was.
The really hot day where I was in the city for that, working that day. And then Wednesday was pretty hot, although when I went to class at 1 o'clock in the dojo, it was cool enough. And then Thursday, working in Manhattan was like chilly almost.
Yeah. I remember like I went outside on Thursday, like towards the end of the day, and I was like, oh my God, it's cold.
I know.
I was like, wait a second. I was like I was like wearing like a tank top, like short, because I was like, oh God. And I'm going to be sweating when I walk out the door.
Has definitely been erratic. I don't know if that's climate change or whatever, but it's definitely been a thing where the weather changes a lot.
Yeah, and like I get hot as it is now, like back and forth, but like that was just horrible. And I get in such a bad mood. I really do.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of it.
No.
I mean, I prefer our window and wall units for the air conditioner.
Yeah.
I need the vibration sounds to be able to sleep.
Yeah.
But like some rooms we keep cooler than others. I don't, with the
it's
ACs,
also to save money too.
Thing. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I do know what I'm like tonight. From here on out, I have to make sure that like when we have dinner is when I put the boys' air conditioning on, because then like when it's time for them to go to sleep, it's already nice and cool.
Yeah,
I hate doing it.
While.
Yeah, I hate doing it like when they're upstairs and it's like a little bit warm. Not that they wear shirts anyway to sleep, but even still, I want them to, at least be nice and cool up there.
Yeah, it gets like really cold actually.
Yeah.
So we just have the little air conditioners, so they work just fine.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because like when I was growing up, like we always didn't have central air, but like we had a 1-level house, so it was never really. It was hot in our house sometimes if the air didn't work, but since it wasn't a 2-story house, it didn't get like that bad. And our basement was always cool.
Houses only get hotter upstairs.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Like where like I never had to go upstairs because it was only 1 level. It was a ranch. Downstairs, it was always super cool. I never had an air conditioner downstairs. Even like when I lived downstairs for a little while. Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully if we do get our electric upgraded shortly, we'll so I want to get the outlets upgraded in the garage, and then we have that window in the garage, so we could put an air conditioner in there.
We could. That'd be really good.
Would be nice if we could figure out if they have like a heating and air combo.
They do have that.
They do, but like those are for like the wall. I'm not sure if they have like regular window units that
or
do
even like stand up
air.
ones.
I mean, we could just put the air conditioner and then put the electric heater in there.
Yeah, we can make it work
because it's basically completely gutted now. So
it looks great.
Now we have to start kind of actually arranging and rearranging things. We're gonna have to do another session where we pull everything out.
Oh,
again.
I know. Yeah, I know.
But that hopefully will be the last session that we pull everything out of the garage for quite some time.
That'd be great.
So we'll have a gym portion, not necessarily like a hangout portion just yet.
Well, no, because we need to do a lot more work for it to be like a hangout portion. Like that would be like another big.
Be gym and storage. And storage.
Yeah.
But we can put the other TV in there and the air conditioner and hopefully the other refrigerator we have here. So
that'd be good.
Yeah, should be good. All right. Also, speaking of the heat and summer activities, shout out to Malvada Swimwear. There you go. Boom.
It stands out nice with the colors.
Yes, it does. I made some shirts for them originally. My buddy Johnny Malvada, who I'm pretty sure is possibly some sort of like secret agent. Or maybe like CIA type of guy.
Why do you think that?
Well, I mean, he does judo with us, which is great, but like he's like all over the place and he posts all these old pictures from like the Middle East and Russia and Brazil and Paris. And
really?
He's got some sort of deep cover past that I haven't finally got all the information on, but he does own the company Malvada Swimwear.
I want a sweatshirt like that.
Yes, I can definitely make you a sweatshirt like that. And we do have to get some of his bathing suits It's not for men. It's a ladies bathing suit company. But
I really like them. They're
Malvada is actually a mountain range in Brazil. It's this mountain range, which is like pretty iconic apparently. I generally don't know much about the ladies swimwear. They look pretty cool. The girls wearing them are pretty hot. And yeah, you know.
Okay, keep talking.
Yeah, you know, it's
I love making him squirm like
yeah,
that. Look at them.
Sure.
Look at them say. Yeah. Oh yeah, you need a drink.
Okay,
Pause.
I'm right. He did go down to Miami Swim Week a couple weeks ago. They seem to be doing pretty good. We're finally getting some influencers to wear them.
That's great.
It's made for the thicker of the ladies. It has adjustable like bands on it. I don't really know the full thing, but like part of like, I guess not the tagline, but part of like the push for it is that you don't have to buy a different size top than a different size bottom. That's
the worst. Like I always had to buy different. Yeah, it's a pain because I mean, I always had to buy a larger top and I had to buy smaller bottoms. Yeah, so it has some sort of like adjustable thing on it where that's great. You can like adjust the bottom so you don't have to necessarily buy a different size. Yeah. He seems to be doing pretty well. That's great. He's traveling all over the world, fighting crime and selling bathing suits. Isn't that always how it is? Yeah, I'm not trying to blow his cover if he really is doing that, but he probably isn't. But I know he was like either in the Navy SEAL dive team or was like trying to get the Navy SEAL dive team. Oh. So I don't know, maybe, we'll figure it out one of these days eventually. If he just disappears for 5 years, we'll see. Oh my gosh. We'll try to figure out what happened. Oh my But again, shout out to Malvada Swimwear. Check them out on Instagram and all over the place. Yes. MalvadaSwimwear.com, maybe something like that. But we definitely have to get you some of the pieces because they are pretty nice. Yeah, they look nice from what I've seen. And I don't know like comparative pricing, but from the pricing that we had gone over, bathing suits are expensive no matter like what it is. If you want a nice quality one, they are expensive, Yeah. So shout out to Johnny and Malvada Swimwear. But like if you get one that you absolutely love and fits great, you don't care how much it costs. You really don't. Right. Which is awesome. Oh, good. And then fireworks coming up because it's the 29th today, which is kind of crazy. Like I'm reading through this list of where the fireworks are. And like a lot of them are like early. Like a lot of them happened already. Like Montville happened. This is like the North Jersey. So it's like not just Bergen County, but like Branch Brook Park happened on the 27th. And then there's a bunch tomorrow on Monday. Really? Yeah, which I thought was strange. So like Cedar Grove is doing it, but also Hasbrook Heights, which I know you're a Lyndhurst girl and Lyndhurst always did their own fireworks. Yeah. And Rutherford always did a fireworks. But in this general portion of Bergen County, Hasbrook Heights was like the big fireworks thing. Okay. They always did them at the field and it was really nice. I haven't been there in years. I went to the Rutherford one once. But it was definitely like the Hasbrook Heights fireworks that we would go to. Which we'll see if the gates will open at 7. It's a little much for us, but yeah. Well, especially since on Tuesdays I get up at 4. But yeah. So Hasbrook Heights is June 30th. Lyndhurst is also tomorrow night. Is it tomorrow night? June 30th. I wasn't sure. I thought it was going to be at the Little League fields. Oh, so he's there. Yeah. Because they like when they fire them off, everything, like all the, I guess like the extra debris or whatever goes into the Passaic. Is it the Passaic River? Well, that seems... I know it's bad, but that's where everything kind of goes, I feel. How much extra debris is there? Like Hasbrook Heights just basically does it in town and not to Route 17. Oh, I don't know then. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's just more places for you to sit at the county park? Yeah, the Riverside Park? Yes. So, I mean... yeah, I mean, like it's always packed because my brother always works. So he's actually in charge of it. But I mean, the Hasbrook Heights one is by the highway. It's not necessarily like in town. Yeah, and I guess you wouldn't want to shoot it off in town in that like that other area in Lyndhurst, like where they have the concerts and stuff like that. Because that's like legitimately like between houses and stuff. Yeah, no, but it's been there for years. For years and years and years. And there's a lot of areas to sit too. You know what I'm saying? Like people always sit like around the T-ball fields or whatever. They always give out like free ice cream, free hot dogs, always like free food. Always. Yeah. I mean, this will be coming out on Tuesday. So these will be passed already. Yeah.
But Tuesday the 1st, Englewood, Mendham, Newark. Wednesday the 2nd, that's Essex County, Hanover, Verona, Wayne. The 3rd, Maywood is doing it on the 3rd. Oradell is doing it on the 3rd. Ramsey Independence Day celebration is on the 3rd. You would think since like July 4th is on a Friday, like you would just do them on July 4th.
Well, you would think so, but the thing is, I'm just thinking about this like financially or whatever. Everyone has off on the 4th, and they're gonna have to pay people like double overtime for that since it's a holiday.
Oh, what, like the town workers?
The workers, yeah.
You're such a.
But that's how. But like,
you're such a union strong chick.
No, but that's like what it is. I mean, everyone's off, and people usually go away, and that's what usually happens. I mean, I would.
On July 4th itself, Bergen County 2nd Annual Star Spangled Spectacular. Oh, that looks pretty cool, actually. They're pretty packed. That is at Overpeck County Park in Richfield Park, 199 Challenger Road. So that is on July 4th itself.
Okay.
Starts at 2:30 p.m.
It's probably all like festive, like probably.
Oh, yeah. So children's activities, food trucks, beer and wine garden, live music, and then the fireworks.
Yeah.
Also July 4th. That's not Bergen County. Little Falls, not Bergen County. Livingston, Montclair, Morristown. Oradell is doing a parade. Let's see. Paramus also doing a parade. River Edge doing a parade and fair. Ridgefield Park doing a parade and celebration. So there's a lot of actual like parades on July 4th, which would make sense. And then July 5th, the Saturday, the racetrack, Fan Appreciation Night and fireworks at Meadowlands Racetrack.
Oh. Enjoy
a night of horse racing and special deals like $1 concession items, $2 Bud or Bud Light drafts. There will also be free fireworks show.
Interesting.
How about that? Tenafly is doing the 5th too. A couple other ones are doing on the 6th. Fireworks on July 10th.
What town's that?
The Randolph Freedom Festival. I guess they're doing like an actual 3-day festival, which is nice. Yeah. I haven't seen like fireworks in quite some time.
No, me neither.
Like a long, long time.
It's funny though, like at my dad's house, like where their house is positioned, and like since like someone like took down the tree, he can see Belleville, Lyndhurst, Nutley, like every, like honestly, he could see literally like I don't know how many towns fireworks from like his like, you know, like from the porch in the front.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take the boys eventually, but there's no need to rush, really.
Yeah, I honestly, I mean, I'm not trying to be like, you know, whatever, but like I know the sound kind of scares me a little bit now too.
Scares you?
Not me, the boys.
Be fine.
Like, okay.
What, like the thunder the other day when Johnny said that about the thunder?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Mama. Oh, it was so cute because you were at work. And it was, what was it? Maybe on Wednesday, was it? No, we were home Wednesday. Tuesday?
Yeah, I forgot.
I don't know, but it was this past week. And it was like when it was really, really bad thundering out. And he was like, Mama, where's Dada? I was like, well, he's at work. He goes, oh, well, it's thundering out. Oh, no, you're going to judo. So I think it was Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
So he goes, but Mama, the thunder. Is Daddy okay? I'm like, yeah, honey, he's fine. Does the thunder hurt his car? I'm like, buddy, no, he's fine. Meanwhile, we were upstairs just yelling at him. But I'm like, don't worry, honey. He goes, but I didn't see Daddy. I go, I know, honey. You'll see him when he gets home. Okay. And he still says, who's looking after us today? Who do you think?
If this was
me
30 years ago, go outside and don't come back in until dinner time.
Like, who do you think me at? I'm like, dude, I have the same schedule as you. When you go back to school, so do I.
That's what I told him before when I was yelling at him for running around. I was like, listen,
yeah.
At some point, we're just going to put you outside. And you can't come back inside until
the lights go
dinner's
up.
Ready.
The street lights go on. Which
is basically what you used to do.
I know.
Even when we were kids, like, go do something. Play basketball, play baseball, ride your bikes.
I know.
Which is partially our fault. I mean, they have their bikes. They don't ride them.
No, we have to. And they've actually been asking to ride their bikes. So we have to when the sun goes down a little bit, because it's just too hot right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, but when the sun goes down, they go to sleep. The sun's not going down to 8:30, 9 o'clock.
I know.
So they got to just I mowed the lawn with my shirt off today. It was fine. You have to get used to the heat. That's what they say about that's the people who stay away from the sun and then go into the sun. They tend to get cancer and stuff like that much more. So you have to get your little base on. I know we had because you don't go out enough. You have to get a base.
Not a base.
I know we had discussed in a previous episode about your tanning disasters, but you have to get some sun.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm right on top of that, Rose.
Oh my God. Shout out to Christina Applegate.
You love that movie. Dishes
are done, man. That's my favorite line from that movie, when they're shooting the dishes with the pellet gun.
I know. Love that movie. So it was actually on the other day.
What was actually the name of it?
Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead.
Yeah.
Babe.
I knew the movie. I just couldn't think of the name of it.
I can't. I love that movie though.
Christina Applegate in the 80s and that was 90s, but
yeah.
Christina Applegate in the 90s. Wow. Top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll do that next episode. Top 5 hottest guys and girls from the 90s.
Perhaps, yes. I already have my list of guys. My
okay,
gosh.
So who was your list of guys?
Leonardo DiCaprio, Johnny Depp. Oh God, what was his name? He actually has dark hair.
Oh, that's usually not your type, right?
No, but he was in oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name.
What movie?
Not Mark Wahlberg, but he's in there too. What was the thing that we watched? It was with the robots.
Westworld. James Marsden.
Yes, he was my boy.
What was he in the 90s?
I don't know, but I just remember him being super hot back then.
All right, fair enough.
So who do they say? I said
that's 4. You're a Brad Pitt guy, or
Brad Pitt, Zach Morris.
Yeah,
I mean, we're gonna go into that era then.
I feel like AC Slater is actually hotter now than he was back then, and Zach Morris looks awful.
He looks like a dad.
Well, AC Slater's a dad too, and he's yoked.
I know.
And you want to know why? Because he does jiu-jitsu.
Oh yes, you're right. Okay.
Zach Morris ain't doing jiu-jitsu.
No. But yeah, all those movies, I miss all those 90s movies. I really do.
Yeah.
Then yeah, Patrick Swayze in the 80s, right? That was 80s, wasn't 90s.
I love Patrick Swayze.
I know.
If there would be one guy that I'd go for, Patrick Swayze would be the one. Sorry. Especially if he sang some nice songs to me.
From Dirty Dancing?
She's like the wind.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, whatever you want, Patrick.
Oh my God. Veering off into another thing. What are you doing?
Right, let's wrap this up. All right. Any other announcements or anything you'd like to make, Kelly?
Not really. I mean, school's out, obviously. I know Doyle is still chipping away over there.
Yeah, I think that, again, I told you that maybe last week or 2 weeks ago, I saw the teachers all coming out of the new building.
They probably got a tour of it.
They're being led through. So it's probably, and I saw they have the light fixtures up in the the classroom.
I think it's ready to go, honestly. Just the outside.
They'll be ready. They've been cooking.
I mean, that was probably the fastest build.
It's been going for a long time, dude. They started last summer.
Okay, last summer, but that's only been one school year.
Well, yeah. How long does it take to build? The building's not that big. I mean, it's big in comparison to what was there.
But for pretty much all that progress in one school year, that's a lot.
I mean, doing construction, that's kind of probably how long it takes.
Is that what it usually is? I don't even know. Okay.
Yeah, you're like...
I don't know. It seems like it went fast.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Johnny will be the first kindergarten class to be in there.
In the new building, new part too.
Yeah.
I want to see what drop-off is going to be like next year.
Well.
Only one drop-off, though. One drop-off whenever you have to take them or I have to take them.
They're not doing staggered?
I have no idea yet. I don't know how they would do staggered if everyone's going to be getting out at 250. You have to have a certain amount.
Don't let everyone out at 250.
Well,
And that's pickup. What about drop off?
I don't know. I mean, I hope it doesn't go later, because if it goes later, then I'm in trouble. I mean, drop off right now is 8 o'clock. Yeah. You can start. If it's any later than 8 o'clock, it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've hit this topic many, many times on this podcast, but I don't think every kid needs to get dropped off directly in front of the door.
I understand that. I mean, well, you have another whole grade level 2 coming down, so that's going to be
so
at least 100 more kids.
Go away.
At least 100
Drop them
more
off
kids.
2 blocks away and let the kid walk 2 blocks.
For the older students, I think that's okay.
Yeah,
as long as there's enough crossing guards,
be fine.
So we'll see how that goes.
Start dropping the kids off up on 10th Street. Here you go. Get out.
Half of them couldn't walk up couldn't walk up the hill by themselves.
A lot of them do.
I know, as their parents are trying to drag them because they don't know how to do any cardio.
Well, I think Danny and Johnny should just walk to school
fun.
next year. They should just walk to school.
They cannot walk to school.
What do you mean they can't walk to school? It's 2 blocks.
I know they can't do that.
Sorry. Why?
Because
why?
Because legally that's not allowed.
No. We have to pick them up.
Uh-huh.
How would they know? How would they know?
I would know.
Yeah, so what?
And I would not be comfortable with that situation.
So how close how close would we have to live to let them walk to school?
Across the street.
What if you lived halfway up North Ave?
But we don't.
Okay, but what if the people who do?
If it's like a second, third, fourth grader, okay. Not KM1.
Why?
Because I personally wouldn't feel comfortable with doing it, and that's just really it. Mother's intuition.
We're gonna have to do some rock paper scissors for that. If you lose in rock paper scissors, then they're gonna walk to school.
Yeah, okay.
Listen,
we'll see.
Back in the day,
well, it's not back in the day.
Uphill both ways in the snow, sleet,
10 feet of snow. Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty sure Aunt Nancy and Uncle Donald, when they still lived on the farm, they actually literally did have to walk a long way to school.
Well, they probably had to. I mean, because if it was on the farm, how many kids could even be around that area?
Yeah, good. See.
Well, but we live in the farm. We live in Woodridge.
Right. So there's more people to see them to make sure that they're okay.
Stop trying to get me all worked up.
Yeah, you're already worked. You're always worked up. All right, Kelly, I love you.
I love you too.
And we love you too. Peace.
Bye-bye.